Hello VSG and WLS YouTubers. VSG Zac here with my week 9 post-surgical update. Actually, yesterday, the 17th of February, was my 2-month surgiversary, and it's kind of weird because, I know it was only 2 months ago, but, that I was coming home from the hospital, but it seems like a lifetime ago. And, I think, being on the liquid phase of the diet kind of made it feel like a long time, like a mini eternity, but, never fear, newbies. It'll soon be over and you'll move on to better and non-liquid foods. So let's talk some numbers. But before we do, let me preface this by saying that when the day comes that I don't show a loss, or maybe even a gain, I hope to continue to convey my enthusiasm and my excitement for this procedure. This week, however, is not one of those weeks. I'm very, very glad to say. Let's see, at the beginning of my 2-week pre-op diet, I weighed in at 392.6 pounds. I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy on December 17th. I started last week weighing in at 317.8 pounds. This week I weighed in at 311.8 pounds for a weekly loss of 6 pounds. I mean, 6 is like my lucky number here because I've had several weeks lately that I've had a 6-pound loss. I'm very, very excited and very thankful for that. Actually, I'm freaking amazed. But I'm so happy to have had the opportunity to have this procedure, and I truly believe it saved my life, and it's also allowing me to live like a more fuller life, hopefully a more satisfying life as a result. So. So that's it, yeah. So there are a couple of things that I wanted to share with you this week. Over the weekend, I tried the Protein Chef's slow-cooked bacon cheddar ranch chicken recipe. If you're not familiar with any of his posts, I'm going to include a link to this exact recipe in my description section below. And he is very easy on the eyes, just go ahead and tell you. This recipe makes a ton of servings for VSGers, so be prepared for some leftovers. If you were to divide the meal into like 16 servings, I think each serving would be around 200 calories and 35 grams of protein. And in my book, that beats any protein bar, any protein shake, because y'all know how much I love protein bars and protein shakes. Actually, I prepared this for my family over the weekend, and they loved it. I mean, they absolutely loved it. Did I mention the Protein Chef's easy on the eyes? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so anyway, being so overweight for such a long time wreaked havoc on my physical and mental health, as it does most people, I think. The physical consequences of being such a large person, or with such a large weight gain, are obvious. For me it was high blood pressure, sleep apnea, acid reflux, shortness of breath, shortness of life, on and on and on. But there were also mental consequences, and I felt those were just as bad because, I became very depressed, I became a bit of a recluse, and most regrettably, I let the majority of my friendships fall by the wayside. And meeting new people, no, I wasn't going to subject myself to any possibility of rejection, because heaven knows I rejected myself enough as it was. I didn't need some stranger to make me feel even more unworthy. But so much for my pity party. My point in telling you this is because I want to tell you what I did yesterday. There was a guy I met in college. We were paired up for this really, really intensive interpersonal communication course, and we ended up becoming friends. He actually helped me through a kind of a rough period in my life when I was coming to terms with who I was. But unfortunately, we lost touch after the course. We both graduated. But he's just one of these kind, caring, compassionate souls that you'd consider fortunate enough to call a friend. So a mere 20 years later, and 80 pounds later, wait, hold on a second. I didn't even tell you my... Man, I'm kind of scatterbrained today, so I apologize. Going back to the weight loss, I am a total of 80.8 pounds down since I first started this journey. 80.8 pounds. Okay, I'm getting happy again. Anyway, so, again, 20 years later, I sent him a note basically reintroducing myself, and now we're planning on getting together for dinner for some serious catching up. So would I have done that 80 pounds ago? No, I would not have. There was, I don't know, so much shame running through all that extra weight that I was carrying that I simply bowed out of most of my friendships. I miss my friends, and I miss being social. I miss living life. Now my weight loss is allowing me to do something about that, and just a heads up to all my friends, I'm back. And while I'll eventually be half the man that I am when I started this journey, I am looking forward to reconnecting with all the people that my weight has prohibited me from remaining in contact with. I know it's a mental thing, but I'm ready now. And heck, if I meet some new friends along the way, that's even better. But that's all I have for this week. I wanted to wish the best of luck to those who are having their procedures next week, and we'll be looking forward to your posts as well. And we'll see you next week. Bye.